what fueled her business was having access to other people's money. It's an important thing for all of us to learn. So important for all of us to learn. But it sounds kind of hard, doesn't it? Kind of sit there and you think, how am I going to raise money? How am I going to do that? Well, let me tell you, you can do it. I'm going to show you how. I really want to convey to everybody today that the person I am today started just a few years ago. And, you know, all these things that happen in our life, you know, sometimes people are I worked at TJ Maxx and I was a sales clerk. Then I was a bank teller. Then I did data operations, right? I input all the data. But you know what? All those things gave me skills that all build upon each other. And you know what? Don't discount something that you may have done when you were in high school or in your early 20s or anywhere through the line. Don't discount those jobs or those tasks that you may think are menial or they don't have value, because you're building strength within yourself and other skills, learning to work with other people, learning to deal with maybe a manager you don't like or a coworker you don't like. So as I sat down and really wrote my bio a couple years ago, I realized, and I looked at it, all the dots connect. And be excited through the journeys. The journey's not easy, but something beautiful is down the road if it's not here right now for you. So I got my start in banking operations, 19 years old, got married, and worked my way up the ranks in the operations department. And then I came across my first obstacle as a young woman. So I keep getting all these promotions, and the assistant supervisor job opens up. And I go, knock, knock, I asked for the job. So my boss at the time, she says, you don't have a college degree? No, we're not hiring, you can't get the job. So I was like, all right, I walk away. Maybe 4 months later, I had my review, and a glowing, stellar review, because like I said, I kept working my way up the ladder, so I was an exceptional employee. And I'm sitting there with her, and I ask her again. I said, the job's still open. I'm like, you know, what about that job? And she goes, Kerry, she was an older woman, and she says to me, when are you going to start a family? Now, they could get away with that. They really couldn't back then, but in this environment, if she would have ever said something like that, that would have never flied. But I realized, see, we all have a story. I could have walked out of there, and I could have gone and said, I can't get a job. She's not going to let me. That's not fair. That's not fair. Who else here can say they've had an experience where something wasn't fair? Absolutely. Life isn't fair. Unfair things happen to all of us all the time, not just once, multiple times. So it's how you deal with those unfair situations that determine your future. So this woman, okay, I realized I couldn't advance because of that reasoning. So there was no blocking, there was no getting through that block. What do? I get a job and I go over to PNC Bank as the assistant supervisor. The job I couldn't get over here, I got in a much larger company. So guess what though? Life throws those wonderful little curves, doesn't it? What's that? Oh my gosh, who said it? Yes, within 4 weeks of working at my new job, guess who finds out she's pregnant? Amazing, amazing. So, you know, that's where you learn about people. You know, my boss at the time, I was all nerved up. Oh my gosh, how am I going to tell him this? And that was really the first time I learned how you react to things. You may not want to hear it, but how you react really is important. So I'm all nerved up, and I tell him, and he goes, so what's the problem here? I said, well, I'm pregnant. And he's like, are you quitting right now? I said, no. And he says, then get your ass out of here. So, you know, I was like, wow. I really learned, you know, so many times we put so much pressure on ourselves, and here, so I got out of there, and I just continued doing what I was doing. So guess what though? On that same year, new job, pregnancy, things are good, right? In this job that I like, and my first adult recession hit. It was in the 1990s. And so I'd always thought that I would stay home and raise my children. Well, that wasn't happening. My husband was a contractor with the Carpenters Union, so I stayed working. And I continued to work my way up the ladder at PNC, getting multiple promotions and going into various different departments, all the while having that passion and in that little thing inside wanting to be home, being home with my kids. Oh, I forgot to tell you, in that same year, when I got the new job, pregnancy, recession, guess how we handled the obstacle of recession? Start a job, start a business. We started a contracting business. So my husband's getting laid off. He was working out of the union hall. We started our business. So here I am, 22 years old, new job, pregnant, recession, start a new job, start a business. So we all have lots of obstacles. And what I want to show you guys from my early days is that we all have them. I'm no different than you, everybody here in these chairs. Nicole, Atia, where is she? She was fantastic. Oh my gosh, was she fantastic. She was awesome. I just want you to understand what you heard in that bio from me is incredible. Our company today, we have $1 million in revenue coming in every single month in our real estate portfolio. Woo! Come on! Give me a good woo for that. Oh, wait a minute. $1 million's not impressive enough, is it? That's the problem. Steve, they're not impressed.
We'll keep working on it. Or you keep working on it.
So, that's what I want to show you guys. Everybody can, hopefully you're hearing something in my story that you can relate to and know that if I could do it, that girl without the college degree, working hard, if she can start a business at 23 with her husband, be pregnant, and continue to work and build a successful real estate career through her life, you can too. Everybody can. So I'll fast forward because I think you guys got the gist. So from there, I got pregnant with my third child. So that forced me into W-2 retirement. And while I was home for those 12 years, I started a MLM selling children's books. So I kind of got a little bit familiar with MLMs, multi-level marketing company. And we also started our own flipping business. So I had a lot going on. I wasn't home in retirement, just sitting there with my feet up and eating bonbons and enjoying life. Working hard, trying everything and doing it. And I gotta say, man, things were really awesome. We had 4 children, we had a thriving flipping business, we had a great contracting business, and things were going fantastic. And then recession 2 hit, 08. It hit us hard. It hit us really hard. So I want to ask, winter's coming. It's coming. Are you prepared for winter? That time in my life, I was prepared for it, thankfully. We had 6 months of income sitting in the bank. We were flipping, and we were putting all of our own money into those deals. And the third flip, I don't know, just something said, and I was like, you know what, honey? We should probably not have all of our money in the deal. We should have something in reserves. Well, let me tell you, that money in the reserves saved our family. If we hadn't had that, we would have lost our home. I guarantee you it would have happened. 4 children, our business, everything came to a screeching halt that year. So, what do we do? What do I do when I'm faced with an obstacle? What's that? Yeah. You can't feel sorry for yourself. We women got to make it happen, right? So that led me to Partners for Payment Relief, PPR. And I helped them build the foundation, lay the foundation of the company that it is today. big company with over 30 employees. And that job led me to a partnership with Steve Lloyd, right here, which I'll talk about a little later. And so we formed a property management company, a real estate company, to be the property management arm for our Temple portfolio. So we were continuing to develop Temple right there in that awful recession where nothing else was happening. We were thriving and building student housing down at Temple University. So that then led to probably 25 more LLCs, all real estate development companies with holdings in around Temple, Baltimore. Actually, my property manager from Baltimore is here. Keita, where are you? There she is. She came all the way from Baltimore here to meet you all. So we've got properties in Cleveland. We've got them all over the country. So, and then that then led to Steve and I founding Stone Bay Holdings in 2013. So Stone Bay Holdings, what is it? It's an investment fund. We raise private capital to invest in distressed real estate assets throughout the country. We buy mortgage notes, we do private lending, and we started buying apartment complexes 2 years ago. Now we buy apartment complexes over $10 million. So that little 19-year-old girl, right? That 20-year-old woman that couldn't get the assistant supervisor job now has a portfolio bringing in over $1 million a month. Woo! So, that brings me to here. Why are you here? And Atiya said it, right? What fueled her business was having access to other people's money. It's an important thing for all of us to learn. So important for all of us to learn. But it sounds kind of hard, doesn't it? Kind of sit there and you think, how am I going to raise money? How am I going to do that? Well, let me tell you, you can do it. I'm going to show you how. First thing to know is that they're investing in you first. They're looking at you. They want to know about you. So be yourself. You're a fantastic person. You don't have to impress anybody. Be yourself, smile. They're going to love you. Be passionate. Because let me tell you, hi, I have a real estate fund. Yeah, we buy distressed assets. Yeah, second mortgages even. Will you loan me money? What do you think? No, not hit the stop button. So kind of get to know who your investors are. Because if you understand, if you be yourself and think about what they want, you're going to raise money. First step, though, before you even talk to somebody about loaning you money for your business or for your project, you have to have the right mindset. Let me tell you, I can't express and tell you how important the mindset is. You know, what you saw Nicole doing, what you saw Atiya doing, these are women who are making it happen, aren't they? You can make it happen. I'm here to tell you that. You can. It starts with your mindset, though. I promise you it starts there. Do you believe in yourself? Do you? Yes. Do you trust you? Yes. Do you like you? Yes. I'm hearing a lot of yeses. But I want you to, when you leave here, think about it. Do you really believe that? And I need you to think about that and own it. And believe in yourself. You can do it. Like yourself. You do belong. You belong. You are worthy and you belong. You have something to offer. That investor wants to put their money somewhere. They want to make a safe, steady return. You, as a real estate entrepreneur, can offer them that. So then, part of the mindset is believing in yourself, knowing you can do it, liking yourself. But you have to do a little bit of work. You need to think. You need to think like when you're going to bed at night. Think that you're successful. Think that you're worthy. Think that you're capable and able. You have to train your mind. You've got to push all that negative crap that we all get bogged down with. And we all have it. We all have that crappy baggage that we tote along with us. We all have those self-fears and self-doubts and those voices that tell us, you can't do it. You can't raise money. You can't buy real estate. You won't be an investor. You won't be like her. You won't be like Nicole. You won't be like those other people. We all have it. But if you do this, if you work on your mindset, you tell yourself you are, you can, you are worthy, you're capable, you do belong, you're going to do it. So first step, right? Mindset. Get your mind in the right place. All right. Who's ever heard of an elevator pitch? Yeah. Once your mind's in the right spot, you have to be ready at all times. Always be ready. You never know when you're going to meet somebody who's going to be able to fund that deal for you. You never know. You don't want to be fumbling through your real estate, through your elevator pitch. One thing to do when you're asked, this is great because my business partner, Steve, he's fantastic with the elevator pitch. And when I was working on it a few years ago, he'd ask me, and I'd fumble, and he'd make fun of me. But you know why, guys? It's so important to do. And that's a workshop for another time, working on an elevator pitch. What I wanted you to tell you is to prepare it, work on it, rehearse it, and practice it. Maybe while you're in the bathroom getting ready, while you're driving in the car, practice, and then it'll come out flawless for you. One way to do that is just to pause. Pause when somebody asks you about yourself. Get your mind in the right spot to say it in a good, precise way. A good elevator pitch has 3 components to it. 1, you want to identify yourself. 2, you want to tell them what you need. And 3, you want to say something that will attract them to you. Let's talk about that. I flip houses. Who here says I flip houses? Lots of people say they flip houses. What do you think? Do you like that better? Yeah. What about this? I buy notes. What do you like that one? I help people stay in their homes. I buy rental properties. I provide quality housing for tenants. Do you guys see the difference between these pitches? What's that? More human. There you go. That's exactly it. See, everybody has a thought in their mind when you hear, I flip houses. It is what it is. Somebody either likes that or they don't like it. But when they hear, I revitalize neighborhoods, do you know what happens just automatically? That's right. The person's like, what does that mean? How do you do that? So do you understand? So like I said, it's a workshop for another time, your elevator pitch. But when you leave, just write that down and think about it. How can you put your pitch out there in a way that tells a story, that tells people what you want, tells them who you are, what you want, with an emotional tie to it? All right. So after your mindset's right, you've got your elevator pitch down. Now it's time to talk about you, because you just said something that sparked an interest and curiosity in somebody, right? The investor is saying, you revitalize houses. How do you do that? Now you're on. It's your turn. So you want to tell them about yourself, who you are. How did you get started in real estate? What are you doing now? Be ready after the elevator pitch to talk about yourself. Because do you remember what I said? What did I say investors are looking at first? You. You. Not the deal. It's you. You're the first one you have to promote. Because if they don't like you, if they don't believe you, if they don't trust you, if they don't connect with you, there's no funding. There's no deal. The deal is meaningless after there. After you've told them about you, talk about the money. What are you doing with my $50,000? Right? So describe the investment in detail. Well, I'm going to flip this house. We're going to buy it for $20,000. I need another $20,000 to renovate it. and I'm going to sell it. I'm going to list it for $75,000. Okay, I'm listing it. All right, sounds interesting. So I already now know I'm going to flip that house. Now I want to know how much you're paying me. Okay, I'll give you 10% return on your money. I'll pay you 10% interest every single month. Maybe I'll pay you 10% accruing. I'll pay you when I sell the house. Whatever you're offering that investor. Then they also want to know, when am I getting paid back? They also want to know, I don't have it on the slide, how am I secured? For another workshop too, or all the pictures, videos, your website, be available, always be available. I'm not as available as my partner is Steve. He's the main guy that raises the money for our company. He's always available, almost 24/7. And trust me, we've had investors that have tested that. So the other thing we've done in Stone Bay is create a family culture. Our investors are like our family, and they know it. It's not just something we say. Can't do what we do without an incredible team. I have an amazing partner, Steve Lloyd. Steve, stand up. You know, just like Atia said, you know, I have a husband and children and my father and my brothers and sisters. They all support me. But Steve and I have built a friendship and a partnership that's a big part of who I am today. His support, his encouragement, his pushes and challenges me in good ways, all have helped to develop the person that you see up here today. Thank you, Steve. You need a good support staff around you, bookkeepers, assistants, administrators, controllers, your real estate business. You need to think big, guys. Now we'll go back to the mindset. Fear of failure held me back. Feeling selfish held me back. Guilt held me back. Self-development broke the cycle. Clifton Glen made me a maniac. I want to say, we've all been there. We're all afraid, right? Somebody's been afraid of something, afraid to step out of their comfort zone. We've all maybe not everybody's felt selfish at times. When I had children, I felt selfish to think of something better for myself. Guilt of not being there with my children, not being there for all those moments that they had. I had to recognize and be happy with the moments that I did get to have with them. Once that guilt was gone, I was a different woman. So self-development helped break that cycle for me. Clifton Glen made me a real estate maniac. Let me tell you about this deal. So we purchased this apartment complex. We partnered with it. We bought it for $27.5 million. It was 562 units. $5.5 million raise. We did it in like 6 weeks. 6 weeks. We sold it 14 months later for $40.7 million. Wow. Yeah. Woo! Come on! I'm a maniac since that deal. My mind, I think bigger than I ever did. And they were talking about that, guys. Think big. Don't think here. Reach for the sky. What did she say? That she's high? What were your people say? Oh, is she high?
The sky's the limit, but the sky doesn't limit me.
There you go.
The sky's the limit.
There you go. Don't let it limit you all. If this girl can do it, you all can do it. A deal just like that. I never thought it. Now, guess what this girl thinks of now? Well, I'll share with you. You know, a friend of mine, my cousin called me the other day. He's a real estate developer, and he called me about a deal that he has going on. It's a $100 million sky-rise building they want to build. And guess what? Because of learning and doing these things, I know I can do it. I can do it. I belong. I'm worthy. I'm capable. I'm able. But not on my own. I can't do it by myself. It's a partnership. It's that team that we talked about. Partners, strategic partners, your accountants, your attorneys. It's a whole, $100 million project is a whole team of people. So I'm going to go, I'm kind of, how much time do I have? Nicole, can I have 10 minutes? Because I just think it's awesome. Yeah. All right. So, all right, guys. This changed me, helped me think big, helped me break through cycles and guilt and fear and those things that were holding me back and limiting me. Who wants to break through some things right now? Yeah? All right. Let's go. Get up. I want you all up. Let's get some music going. Come on. Start dancing. Come on. Move it. Let's move it. Woo! That's it. Come on. Get that blood moving. Woo! I want to see that moving. Come on. Woo! All right, guys. That was pretty lame. I got to tell you, I only saw a handful of good dancing going on here. That was a little lame, but I'm going to let you slide because I'm going to give you another opportunity to show me something better. All right? All right. So while you're all standing, nope, I see some people sat down. Did I tell you to sit down? Get up. All right. Okay, guys, shut your eyes. I want everybody to shut your eyes. And I want you to think about what you want in life. What goals, what dreams do you have? What do you want for yourself? What do you want for your family? Think about those things. Are you thinking about quitting your job? Are you thinking about starting a business? Are you thinking about starting a family? Are you thinking about buying a car? Buying a new fancy handbag? Buying shoes? Buying a fantastic snappy outfit? I don't know what you're thinking about. Think. Take this moment to think. All right, now, I want you to think about how you feel. I want you to think about achieving one of those goals. One of them. How do you feel right now? You just bought that car. You just bought that Louis Vuitton handbag. Woo! Right? You just bought the house. You got the keys in your hand. You're about to go through the threshold of that brand new home you just bought. You quit your job. You're home with your family. You feel it? You feel what that feels like inside? All right. When I tell you to open your eyes, we're going to celebrate like the Eagles just won the Super Bowl. And I want to see some big time celebration. You all just accomplished that goal. You just did it. Let's go. Celebrate. What did you just do?
What did I accomplish?
Yes.
I did just what you did. I made $10 million.
What did you do?
I just paid off my house and quit my $200,000 job.
Yeah! Baby! Woo! All right. What did you do?
Paid off my house and bought some investment properties.
Yeah! Woo! Yes! What did you do?
I closed on my first deal and left my job.
Yeah! You got a big smile. What did you do?
I bought a Tesla.
A Tesla. Nice, nice. All right, I'm gonna. You guys in the back think you're not gonna get the mic. What did you do?
I just became financially free.
Yeah! Woo! Let's get another one. What did you do?
I retired to Florida.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. All right. Get the celebration going one more time. Come on. Woo! Woo!
Just left a big house to a bigger house. Ain't have a girlfriend, but the she's out. Chanel drop bag, they leaving out with the gold chain. Himalayan Birkin, cocaine, let it up. I hit him up for another money.
All right. Woo! I am so excited for you all. Yes! You did it! You did it! You did it! You did it! All of you, you did it. Now, right now, I want you to pull out your pen, your paper, and write those goals down. Fast. Just get them down. You got 2 minutes to write your goals down. You can do this same exercise at home in your own time. This is so powerful, everybody. I promise you, it will change your life. If you do some of these things. This is a touch. If you guys have never heard some of the things I talked about today, feel, you're going to do it.
Yes.
You're going to have the strength, the power, the energy to push through the ups and downs. Somebody's always going to be pulling you down. Somebody's always going to be telling you, you're not good enough. You can't do that. That sounds hokey. No way. No way. No way. You're a failure. And what are you all going to do?
I'm a badass.
There you go. There you go. Believe in yourself because you can. All right, I'm here. I love you. We celebrate. Oh, here we go. Ready? All right. Did we have our stuff written down? I'm going to end this thing. You ready? All right. I want everybody to get up. Now, you men, you can substitute the first line with something different. But let's go. I am a powerful woman. I heard that. Let's say it together. I am a powerful woman. This is my time. My time, baby. Mine. I will not be denied. Now, we're going to do it one more time. I am a powerful woman. This is my time. I will not be denied. Now, tell it to your neighbor and tell it with some authority and some conviction. Thank you so much, everybody. I've enjoyed being